Imagine a machine that can see through walls, fire missiles from 5 miles away while flying at 180 miles per hour, and survive direct hits from anti-aircraft guns. Now imagine 800 of them dominating battlefields across the globe for the last 40 years. This is the AH-64 Apache. And this is the story of how a troubled development program became the most feared attack helicopter in history. 1975. The Vietnam War just ended, and the U.S. military had a problem. They lost over 5,000 helicopters in Vietnam. The Army's attack helicopters, the Cobra, were fast and deadly, but fragile. A single lucky shot from a rifle could bring one down. But the real threat wasn't in jungles anymore. It was on the plains of Central Europe, where the Soviet Union had amassed 50,000 tanks. The Pentagon needed something radical, a helicopter that could hunt tanks, survive intense combat, and operate in all weather, day or night. They called it the Advanced Attack Helicopter Program. Two companies competed: Bell, maker of the proven Cobra, and Hughes, the underdog that had never built a military helicopter. For 4 years, they battled it out. Bell's design was faster, but Hughes had something else: raw, brutal power. In 1976, the Army chose Hughes. The Apache was born, but it would be 10 more years before it would prove itself in combat. Let's talk about what makes the Apache different. First, it's built like a tank. The cockpit can withstand 23mm cannon fire. That's armor-piercing rounds that would shred a normal helicopter. The rotor blades can take multiple hits and keep spinning. And get this, the Apache has 4 hydraulic systems. Most helicopters have 1. If you shoot out 3 of them, the pilot can still fly home on the 4th. The landing gear is designed to absorb a crash at 42 feet per second, 3 times harder than a normal helicopter landing. The crew can walk away from impacts that would kill anyone else, but armor isn't what makes the Apache deadly. It's the targeting system, the Target Acquisition and Designation System, or as pilots call it, the magical basketball. It has a thermal camera that can spot a human at 4 kilometers in total darkness, a laser rangefinder accurate to within 1 meter at 8 kilometers, and a TV camera that can read license plates from 2 miles away. The pilot's helmet is even crazier. Wherever they look, the targeting system looks. Want to lock onto that tank hiding behind those trees? Just look at it. Now let's talk firepower. The Apache carries 16 Hellfire missiles. Each one can punch through 3 feet of tank armor. A 30mm automatic cannon with 1,200 rounds. Every bullet is the size of a Red Bull can shred armored vehicles. And 76 Hydra rockets for when you absolutely, positively need to delete everything in a 100-meter radius. Combined, one Apache can engage 256 targets in a single mission. That's not a helicopter. That's a flying artillery battalion. January 17, 1991, 2:30 a.m., Iraqi desert. 8 AH-64 Apaches cross into Iraq on a mission that will change warfare forever. Their target, 2 Iraqi radar stations. These radars were the eyes of Saddam Hussein's air defense network. Take them out, and the door opens for Allied aircraft to flood into Iraq unopposed. The Apaches fly 50 feet off the ground, completely invisible to radar. At exactly 2:38 a.m., they fire. 27 Hellfire missiles, 100 Hydra rockets, 4,000 rounds of 30mm cannon fire. In less than 4 minutes, both radar sites are obliterated. Moments later, F-15S and F-117 stealth fighters pour through the gap. The Gulf War has begun, and the Apache just announced its arrival. Over the next 43 days, Apaches would destroy more than 500 Iraqi tanks, 120 armored vehicles, and countless other targets. They flew over 7,000 combat missions. And here's the crazy part. Not a single Apache was shot down by enemy fire. Some took heavy damage. One Apache came back with 26 bullet holes. But they all came back. But the Army wasn't done. In 1997, they unveiled the AH-64 Longbow Apache. That dome on top? That's a millimeter-wave radar that can track 256 targets simultaneously and prioritize the 16 most dangerous, all while the helicopter is hidden behind a hill. The pilot pops up for 3 seconds. The radar paints every enemy vehicle within 8 kilometers, then drops back behind cover before anyone can react. It's like giving the Apache X-ray vision. In Afghanistan and Iraq, the Apache faced a new challenge: urban combat. Friendly troops pinned down in a city, enemies hiding in buildings, civilians everywhere. This wasn't what the Apache was designed for. But the Apache adapted. That same targeting system that could kill tanks at 8 kilometers could now place a single Hellfire missile through a specific window at 5 kilometers. It became the guardian angel of ground troops, the most requested close air support platform in both wars. Today's Apache, the AH-64 Guardian, is even more advanced. It can control drones, share real-time data with F-35 fighters, and carry new weapons like laser-guided rockets for urban precision strikes. 50 years after development started, the Apache is still the king of attack helicopters. Let's put this in perspective. Over 2,400 Apaches built, operated by 16 countries, over 5 million flight hours, deployed in every major U.S. conflict since 1989. Thousands of tanks destroyed, countless lives saved, still in production after 45 years. The Apache wasn't just a helicopter, it was a revolution. It proved that a helicopter could survive in the most intense combat, that it could see in total darkness and strike with surgical precision, that one aircraft could change the outcome of a battle. The U.S. Army plans to keep the Apache in service until at least 2060. That's almost a century of dominance from a design that started on drawing boards in the 1970s. Love it or hate it, the Apache redefined modern warfare. And on any battlefield, anywhere in the world, there's one sound that makes everyone, friendly or enemy, look up and take notice. The unmistakable thunder of rotor blades that means the Apache is here. And if you're on the wrong side, it's already too late. Thanks for watching. If you want to learn more about military aviation, check out our video on the A-10 Warthog, the Apache's ground-based cousin, and subscribe for more deep dives into the machines that changed warfare.